Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to day 16 of 21 Days of Hope. I want to talk for a minute about taking another look. You know, there's an interesting thing that happens in football. Sometimes on the field, a referee will throw a flag and call a penalty. Sometimes these penalties can be extremely decisive. They can change the outcome of the game. But there's an interesting thing they do. If the coach asks for it, sometimes they will send the call back up to the press box for another referee to do further review, is what they call it. And when it goes up there, literally the call can be changed on the field and reversed. And I thought that's a whole lot like life. You know, things happen to us all the time, and the enemy likes to throw a flag of accusation, of hopelessness. Even in our own minds, when something happens, many of us go to a negative place. Oh no, well, my situation is hopeless now. Well, God could never forgive that. I'll never overcome this financial setback. My marriage is ruined. My kids are never coming to God. And we go on and on. But you've heard that voice and you've seen that flag. But the Bible says in Colossians 3:4, it says, don't set your mind on earthly things, set your mind on things above, where Christ is seated. I like to say, ask God for his second opinion. Henry Blackaby, a famous author, said, you can never know the full truth about a situation until you've heard from Jesus. Because in the Gospels, you'd see that a storm on a ship led the disciples to believe we're going to sink and die. But after further review, Jesus calms waters and said, peace be still. And one time they brought a man born blind to Jesus, and the disciples said, who sinned, this man or his parents? You know, in those days it was common to think that negative things were God's punishment always. And Jesus said, and I love the verse in John 9:4, he said, no, this hasn't happened because this man sinned or his parents, but so that the works or miracles of God might be manifest. Be healed. I remember when we were trying to build our church in Las Cruces, and we had bought some land, and after 2 years, the zoning and stuff, it looked like we will never have a church, and we wasted our money. I remember praying and just saying, God, what are we going to do? And God just gave me a peace. And sure enough, he had another building much better than this. And he made a way miraculously to sell the land and get us in the beautiful place we are today. What I just want to challenge you today, whatever negative thing is happening, look up to God for further review. God has an answer, a different plan. And if you lay hold of him, you will see the call on the field changed.